You may have your seat, please. Please, before I start, I would like to invite the convener and the husband to come up stage, please. The Honorable Minister of Women Affairs and Social Development, Haja Imam, His Lordship, Honorable Justice S.J. the Justice of the Supreme Court, a member Board of Trustees, Activate Success International Foundation, His Lordship, the Chief Judge of FCT, Honorable Justice Hussaini Baba Yusuf, the Director General, NYSC, Brigadier General Olukunle Oluseye, the founder, CEO, Activate Success International Foundation, Mrs. Love Idoko Loko, and her dear, lovely husband, the founder, CEO, Flutterwave, Mr. Lubenga Bola Owen. Permit me to use Mr. Bola as a point of contact to other DGs and CEOs here present, distinguished panelists that were here, development partners, distinguished Nigerian celebrities here present, members of National Youth Service Corps here present, my dear Yeep beneficiaries here present, invited guests, gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen. It is such a delight to walk into this room, seeing the evidence of a vision well conceived by a single woman, supported by a lovely husband. I asked you to come with your husband because I know without his support, these people gathered here won't be here. So that we all together can as well thank him. Can we say thank you to Mr. Eno? I want to tell your family that these ones will never forget you. Like someone said here, and that legacies, I think it was the architect that said that. Legacies are not just a label used to describe the work done by dead people. You are leaving a great landmark in Nigeria. You are one of those who makes Nigeria a lovely place to be. When I watch the testimonials and I saw the evidence of what you have been trying to put together for us to understand, I felt more inspired in our partnership with you. Not just as the Office of the Deputy Speaker, but as Benjamin Kalu Foundation. And last year we did 37 people. We supported 37 people. But this year we are going to support 74 people. You know why we are doing that? Why we are doing that is because of integrity, because of accountability, because of credibility of the brand. Many people will approach us for one support or the other, but they are not accountable. They don't get back to give you a report of what your resources has been doing. But here is a woman who will send every penny to those who deserve it and then give you an account of how she spent it. If you do well with this 74, we will increase it by next year. But I know you will do well. When I saw the people, their life improve. I felt so happy. If this is not in part, I wonder what is. These young ones here who are full of dreams and vision need all of us to make those visions a mission. They need us to drive the vision from the point of being a vision to the point of being a mission. But when you choose, I've seen almost a lopsided way of giving this grant. Can you balance it? Let 37 be for women and 37 for young men. The women need support, but also believe that the young men who were like me some years ago, they need support. Abinobi so. Abinobi so. Thank you very much for the work you are doing. Thank you. Thank you. And congratulations. I will stand on the existing protocol, even though I know my great minds have been mentioned and I listed all of you. Let me not go back to that. It is with great pleasure that I join you today at the Yeep 2026, a gathering that has grown into one of Nigeria's most important platforms for nurturing enterprise, expanding opportunity, and strengthening the capacity of young people to shape the economic future of our great country. I sincerely commend the Activate Success International Foundation for its vision and consistency in building this platform into a credible engine of youth empowerment. And I particularly acknowledge the founder, Mrs. Love Idoko Loko, for her remarkable commitment to investing in the potential of young Nigerians. I also recognize the invaluable contributions of the NYSC, the Flutter Wave, and all the other partners whose support reflect a shared understanding that the future of this country depends on deliberate investment in its young people. I bring you warm greetings from the leadership of the 10th National Assembly under the stewardship of the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Right Honorable Tajuddin Abbas, PhD, GCON, and my humble self. And let me affirm our firm conviction that Nigeria's most valuable resource is not beneath its soil, but within the minds, the hands, and the imaginations of these young citizens gathered in rooms such as this. Every generation is confronted with its defining test. For us, that test is not the absence of talent, nor the scarcity of ideas, nor even the lack of ambition. Our challenge is the transformation of abundant youthful energy into structured opportunities and the conversion of potential into sustainable productivity. It is the challenge of building systems that actively convert creativity into enterprise and enterprise into national prosperity. Ladies and gentlemen, to the young Nigerians listening today, I want to begin by reminding you that your future is not something you stumble into. It is something you deliberately construct. The possibilities before you, they are vast, but they require intention, they require discipline, they require courage if you must realize them. I speak to you not only as a lawmaker, but as someone who understands what it means to be a young entrepreneur. As a young student in the University of Calabar, I ran small businesses. While in school, to pay my school fees, I was also able to extend support to friends who could not afford theirs. It means as a student, I was paying my school fees and paying the school fees of all the indigent students. Thank you. These experiences shaped my understanding that true wealth is not measured only by what one accumulates, but by what one is able to enable in others. And that leadership begins when responsibilities become personal long before it becomes official. That experience continued to guide my work in the National Assembly and reflect the broader legislative agenda of the 10th House of Representatives under the leadership of the Speaker, in constructive alignment with the Tinubu-led administration, which has demonstrated a clear commitment to economic growth, youth empowerment, and digital transformation through its renewed hope agenda. If the president found us wealthy as young people to become leaders in this country, we have decided to find you worthy to lead your businesses. If the president did not give us opportunity to stand on the platform we are standing today, our voices would not be heard. If you check through the history of this country, never have we had it this good. The young people are everywhere commanding the resources of this country, being part of governance to make sure that this nation that belongs to us is truly ours. And that is the same energy we're extending to you. We want to tell you, we believe in what you can do. We believe in what you can produce. And that is why we will always stand by you. You are not alone. Tell your neighbor, you are not alone. Within this idea of building youths to become the future of our country, within this framework, I sponsor the National Apprenticeship and Skill Development Framework Bill, which seeks to formalize and modernize Nigeria's indigenous Eba Boy system into a structured national pathway for skills, enterprise, and economic mobility. Let me emphasize something clearly to you. The young people of Nigeria, no policy, no matter how well designed, can substitute for personal initiative. Systems can open doors, but only you can walk through them. Government can create frameworks, but only you can convert opportunities into achievement. This world is one in which value is defined by ideas. Value is defined by innovation. Value is defined by execution. Rather than by background of your family or your geographical location. The question, therefore, is not whether opportunity exists, but whether you are prepared to recognize it when it comes, and whether you are ready to act on it when you should. Nigeria is not short of talents. You've listened today and you heard great voices that you can never find anywhere across the globe. The voices that echoed through this room today are one of the best voices around the world. That you will find in tech. That you will find in other areas of enterprise. So Nigeria is not lacking in those talents. Across our cities and communities, from urban centers to rural town, there are young Nigerians already demonstrating the capacity to build globally relevant solutions. Flutterwave is here. Young man touching the world. If he shuts his system down today, the president will call him. That is how serious his systems are and how important they are to the world. You also can do the same. But who requires access to mentorship? Who requires access to finance? Who requires access to market and systems that enable them to move from survival to sustainability and from sustainability to scale? These are what our youths are looking for. Young Nigerians, I want to speak to you plainly. Do not wait for perfect conditions before you begin. Let me say that again. Do not wait for perfect conditions before you begin. Because they do not exist. Begin where you are, with what you have, and commit yourself to steady improvement. You'll be shocked that I'm still, after having 2 PhDs, still studying. You'll be shocked that I'm still trying to learn what AI has to offer. You keep improving if you really want to become that person that you dream of. The most successful people are not always those who start with the most resources, but those who remain consistent long enough for small effort to become significant outcomes. Discipline will take you further than inspiration ever can. Discipline will take you further than inspiration ever can. And integrity will sustain you longer than opportunity ever will. We are already witnessing what is possible across Nigeria, where young entrepreneurs are building companies that solve real problems in finance, in logistics, in agriculture, in education, and the creative economy. These are not isolated stories of success. They are signals of what becomes possible when structure meets determination. Our responsibility, therefore, is to multiply such structures so that success becomes a pattern, not an exception. Ladies and gentlemen, as legislators, we remain committed to strengthening the legal and institutional environment that allows enterprise to flourish. As a nation, we must also begin to see entrepreneurship not as an alternative path for the few, but as a central pillar of national development and economic transformation. Let me conclude by speaking once again directly to you, the young people of Nigeria. Your generation carries a responsibility unlike any before it, because you are the most connected, you are the most informed, and you are the most globally exposed generation in our history. This exposure is not a burden. It is an advantage, but only if it is matched with discipline, integrity, and purpose. Do not allow your circumstances to define your possibilities. Do not allow fear to delay your action. Do not allow failure to discourage your persistence. You must believe in yourself. Believe that you can. Not only can you achieve your dreams, you can dominate on the global stage. So build with patience, learn with humility, and grow with resilience. The Nigeria you desire will not be handed to you. It will be built by you. The future of this country will not be shaped by those who waited for change, but by those who created it. It is not and will not be defined by those who observe history, but by those who wrote it. And I have absolute confidence that this generation, your generation, possesses what it takes to build a Nigeria that works for all. God bless you for listening, and God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you very much.